Greetings and salutations. This is Carla from MooreTalkJa, and behind me, these are my feature lamps. They're supposed to give a little zhuzh to the back there, and also if I don't put them up there, then the back kind of get dark like Dracula cave, and it's not a good look, right? Anyway, so have you ever had an evolutionary moment? Have you ever had a moment in your life where you look back at 5 seconds before and you realize that something in you change and it's like you're a completely different human than you were before? I've been having a couple of those. As I know from the last vlog, I got through my things and I do my little grow up show up thing, right? And I've been having a couple of those moments, and I had one of those today, and it was actually really interesting because I was thinking about who I am and who I want to be, or who I am versus who I want to be. I think most of us have a fair idea of who it is that we want to be. For me, who it is that I want to be was clouded for quite some time, because of some things that it's not even worth it to mention right now, because there are things from the past. But it was clouded for a while because I wasn't paying the strictest attention to myself. But I'm back there now doing that work and thinking about who it is that I want to be. And I realized that there's this jump between who we are now and who it is that we want to be, like this ideal version of ourselves who responds to situations in a way that we think is the best way to respond, and in a way that serves us, and in a way that makes us feel positive and powerful. There's a jump that we have to make to get to that person. And very often the two things that stop us from making that jump are habit and fear. Habit is the most straightforward, right? Habits are hard to break. You're accustomed to responding to something in a certain way. So if you are the type of person who your default reaction to something is to just like fly off at the handle about it, then you just gotta get loud pants muddy, and you know how to deal with that. If your default reaction is to dismiss, then you just gotta go on like this muddy not exist and breeze them and all of that, and you know how to deal with it. If you are the hothead, you know that either the person is going to fly off at you and it's going to come to a fight and you're prepared for the fight, or them I go back down because it is that you scream louder than them, and then you won't have to have the fight. If you are a dismisser, then you know that either they're going to get upset about it, and if you dismiss them long enough, then they'll get frustrated enough to walk away, and they may assume that you're like a jerk or something like that, but you don't have to have the altercation or the confrontation, which is what you're trying to avoid. So we all know how to work our habits, and our habits work for us, like they serve us until they don't anymore, until the day that you realize you're having a reaction to something and you're not choosing to have this reaction. You're having this reaction because this is a reaction you're accustomed to having, so the reaction is choosing you, right? So that's habit. The second thing is fear. Habit kind of transgressed into fear. It's, so what do I do? I have years of dealing with something in this way. I have a skill set. I have tools for dealing with this thing in this way. I don't have no idea of how to deal with it as this new person that I'm trying to become. I don't even have anybody in my family or in my friendship circle who deal with things that way. If you're a hothead, it's likely you've collected a set of hothead friends. You get together on the weekend, you do hothead things. You go to hothead bars and have hothead drinks. Like you're hot-headed. This is what you do. So what you are gonna do? I look like you are gonna be the one pacifist in your group when I saw so hot-head you are hanging around with. So you're afraid that you're going to end up alone, or you are afraid that maybe people will take advantage of this new person that you're going to be. Sometimes revealing the person that you really feel you are after you've been acting like a particular person for a certain number of years, it can feel like somebody peel off your skin. And it's like just like the muscle and them something there. It's like even the ear hurt because it's so new. It's the first time it's coming into the sunshine, and everything is so raw and it's so vulnerable and it's so exposed. And so we do that. We allow our lives to play out not as we want them to, because we're not living lives of action, we're living lives of reaction. We are reacting to fear, or we are reacting to what we think people will say about us, or we are reacting to the fact that we feel so friend am I gonna lose off away, or we are reacting to any number of things, and because of that we're not taking action. And it don't make sense. Me, I telling you this, I did that for years. It does not make sense, because at the end of the day you are not fulfilled. You are having all of these different reactions in order to protect yourself. You're having them in order to make yourself feel safe, in order to give people a particular impression of you, in order to prove a point to people. What you realize is that all of that is very external. It's very much about what is outside. Warm to inside, warm to in yourself, warm to your soul. Are you fulfilling your soul in any of these things? No, you're not. And the time has come that the all of us are growing into nice big little girls and big little men and them something there. And we have to start dealing with what is going on and clear up the inside and like clean up our heart and wash it off with coconut water and these things. We have to start taking action in our lives. And it can be very scary, especially if, for example, you're a person like me who, yo, sometimes we move like the dragon lady. You see, all if you're there with me, must hurry for you because sometimes like me just want them off your head and you don't even know why. Because that is how I protect myself. A lot of times I'm gonna push you away before you can lift me because I'm just like, yo, I'm not even here for this drama because I'm carrying baggage from some other foolishness with another idiot, etc., etc., etc. That don't even belong in my present, yo, because the person is no longer a part of my present. They're not in my life anymore. I need to put that baggage down and move on. So you see, if you're somebody, you see, if you're moving from being like, oh, you're very weak and stuff, and like you're trying to run up on people, yeah, people more likely to support that. You see, when you're going from a girl who is like, yo, go leg, to being like, okay, I'll consider you're part of the situation and I'll go and sit down and check my own reactions to the things that you're saying before me just run up and you like me, I go stab you. Yo, that is a difficult thing to do, and I know that so many people struggle with that right now, but right now, you just have to be the person that you know that you are. You just have to be the person that you know is the best version of who you can be. And it can be scary. It can be scary because sometimes you're like, suppose this person or these people in my life are not the people who are going to support me. Maybe I should wait until I find some friends who can really handle this version of me, or until I find some people who don't know that version of me, so this version won't seem so foreign. You have to dress for the job that you want. And it's that simple. You cannot continue conducting yourself in the exact same way, carrying the exact same baggage, and expect for your life to turn out any differently than it has. Because the truth is, the people in your life, right or wrong, were attracted to you based on what it is that you are putting out. And take my word for it. If it is that you go through certain changes and you become different versions of yourself as your life progresses, the people who are meant to stay with you, they will stay with you. My best friend and I, right now, we are polar opposites. We look like the number 10 walking down the street, and if you saw us trying to negotiate starting a friendship, you'd probably tap us both on this road and be like, that's not going to work. But we have a deep and abiding love for each other, and there are things that he understands about me that nobody else would, and there are things I understand about him that nobody else would. He is meant to be in my life, and so regardless of how it is that I show up on any given day, he stays there because he's committed to staying there. And there will be people who do that, and the people who fall to the wayside, there will be people who come and replace them. So live a life of action. Do not build a life that is a response to other people and the things that they have done to you and the thing that they might think about you and the ways that you've led them to believe that you are that are not true. You have to start living your life according to what is your truth. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up and somebody come to you with a situation, you know, so for years you have in mind how you want to react to this situation, how the ideal version of you would react to the situation, whether or not you feel you can trust this person with this reaction that you're going to have it. Because that reaction is who you truly are. And that person might laugh, they might try to take advantage, they might feel say you're soft, they might feel say you get hype, they might start spread rumor upon you. Any number of things might happen, but at least you go home with the satisfaction of knowing that you, for probably the first time in a long time, were true to who it is that you were. And watch how when you start living according to your own truth, how a whole heap of things in your life just like align for the greater good. And yeah, you probably make some mistakes, and yeah, you probably give people some bad impression on you, and yeah, you probably hurt some people and shove some people away in the course of your life. We all have done it. We have pushed people away, and we have been pushed away by people in the course of us figuring out who it is that we are. But that is no excuse for you to continue not being who it is that you know that you are meant to be. Go sit down with yourself. Figure out who it is that you want to be. If I could be the ideal Carla, I'm not talk about for say, I have money, I'm drive me back. I'm talk about internal, personally. What is the ideal person that you could be? And tomorrow morning, get up and start living as that person. Those around you who can't take it will go, allow them. Those who can will stay. Those are the people that you need. You will be even more in love with life and with yourself because what you are doing makes you feel good every day because you are doing something that is right for you. Your life should be an action, not a response to the action of others that they have taken or that you think that they are going to take. Love yourself. love one another. I do not know what prompts me to come and tell you these things, but so it get laid upon my heart, so I'm just come drop it in on the YouTube. So big up yourself, take care of yourself. Remember, before you give up on it, try jiggling the angle because very likely the toilet will flush after that. God bless you. I love you. Bye bye.